Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered how so much rain could fall all at once? It's not just a heavy shower, it's something much more powerful and sudden. We're talking about a cloudburst. Imagine someone tipping over a massive invisible bucket of water right over your head. That's what a cloudburst feels like. It's an extreme amount of rain falling in a very short time over a small area. This isn't your typical rainy day you can prepare for with just an umbrella. It's a sudden, violent downpour that can unleash a terrifying amount of water in mere minutes, often leading to flash floods, landslides. So, what exactly counts as a cloudburst? Scientists have a specific definition for it. They say it's when more than 100 millimeters of rain falls in just 1 hour over a patch of land about 20 to 30 square kilometers. That's like several months' worth of rain dumped in one spot in less time than it takes to watch a TV show. The ground can't soak it up. The sheer volume is overwhelming, and it has to go somewhere, causing immediate, dangerous consequences. It's easy to confuse a cloudburst with a heavy thunderstorm, but they are different. Thunderstorms, strong winds lightning heavy rain over a wide area for hours. Cloudbursts, intensely localized and incredibly fast. The concentrated rainfall becomes a solid-seeming wall of water. Especially common in hilly areas, mountainous areas where terrain funnels sudden catastrophic flows that catch communities off guard. You might be enjoying a sunny day with clouds over nearby hills. Suddenly, one cloud unleashes its entire watery load. Within minutes, a calm stream becomes a raging torrent. Dry land turns into a fast-moving river of mud and debris. This is a cloudburst, a powerful, unpredictable force that demands respect. Knowing it is, a sudden downpour, an intense downpour, a localized downpour, is the first step to protecting ourselves from its devastating power. So, what makes a cloud suddenly dump all its water? It's all about what's happening inside cumulonimbus clouds, especially over certain landscapes. A cloudburst happens because of orographic lift, a simple process. Warm, moist air moves inland, hits a mountain or steep hill and is forced up. As the air rises, it cools, water vapor condenses into droplets, the cloud grows. If this happens fast and with lots of moisture, trouble starts. Strong updrafts hold huge amounts of droplets like a juggler keeping balls in the air. The cloud gets dense and heavy until the updraft can't hold it. Then the cloud breaks, releasing an intense downpour. A cloudburst. It's a perfect storm of moisture, wind to rain. Main cause: moist air meeting mountains, hills force air upward and concentrate moisture. That's why the Himalayas, Pakistan, India are prone to cloudbursts. Monsoon winds bring warm, moist air from the ocean which runs into towering ranges. Abundant moisture and steep slopes create waterlogged clouds that burst with force. Another cause? A stationary cloud. Storm clouds can get trapped by local wind patterns or valley shapes. Trapped clouds keep drawing moisture, grow heavier and unstable, then suddenly release it. Cloudbursts aren't random, they're driven by atmospheric conditions and geography. When a cloudburst strikes, the effects are immediate and often catastrophic. The sheer volume of water overwhelms everything. For people, the danger is immense. Homes, especially those built on hillsides or near riverbeds, can be washed away in an instant. The force of the water, mixed with mud and debris, creates powerful landslides and flash floods that can sweep away entire villages. People can be trapped in their homes or caught in the open, with very little time to escape. The speed of the event is what makes it so deadly. A calm day can turn into a life-threatening disaster in a matter of minutes. The impact on nature and infrastructure is just as severe. The intense rainfall erodes the soil, leading to massive landslides that can block roads and cut off communities for days or even weeks. Bridges are destroyed, communication lines are severed, and access to clean water and electricity is lost. Farmland, which is often located in valleys, gets buried under several feet of mud and rock, destroying crops and killing livestock. This not only creates an immediate food shortage but also destroys the livelihoods of farmers for years to come. The natural landscape is scarred, with rivers changing their course and forests being flattened. Let's look at some real-life examples from the region. In 2010, a series of cloudbursts in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Swat Valley in Pakistan triggered some of the worst floods in the country's history. Entire towns were submerged and millions were affected. Similarly, in 2021, a cloudburst over Islamabad caused severe urban flooding, turning streets into rivers and inundating low-lying areas. In India, a tragic cloudburst in Kedarnath in 2013 led to devastating floods and landslides, claiming thousands of lives and highlighting the vulnerability of communities in the Himalayas. These stories aren't just statistics, they are reminders of the real human cost. The aftermath of a cloudburst is a long and difficult journey. Beyond the immediate destruction, there are long-term challenges. Survivors have to deal with the loss of loved ones, homes, and their way of life. The risk of waterborne diseases like cholera and typhoid increases due to contaminated water sources. Rebuilding homes, roads, and farms is a slow and expensive process. The psychological trauma of surviving such a terrifying event can last a lifetime. The impact of a cloudburst ripples through every aspect of a community, underscoring the critical need for better preparedness and early warning systems. While cloudbursts are notoriously hard to predict, there are warning signs to look out for, especially if you live in high-risk areas. One key indicator is a sudden, dramatic weather change. Dark, menacing clouds gathering very quickly over a mountain over a valley. The sky can turn dark grey or almost black in a very localized spot. You might hear a continuous rumbling or a roaring sound from an approaching flash flood or rain hitting higher slopes. Preparation is your best defense before a cloudburst. If you live in mountainous regions, always have an emergency kit. Family with emergency backpacks looking at an evacuation route map together. Include first aid kit, non-perishable food, clean drinking water, torch batteries, important documents in a waterproof bag. Know safe evacuation routes to higher ground. Talk with family and neighbors to make a community emergency plan. Be aware of your surroundings and have a plan. Every second counts. Stay informed. Listen to local weather forecasts and alerts. If caught in a cloudburst, get to higher ground quickly and safely. Do not wait to see if the water rises. Abandon homes in low-lying areas or near streams. Never walk, swim, or drive through fast-moving floodwaters. 6 inches of moving water can knock you off your feet. 1 foot can sweep your vehicle away. Stay away from riverbanks, steep slopes, landslide-prone areas. If indoors, move to the building's highest level. Avoid enclosed attics where you could get trapped by rising water. After the storm, the danger continues. Landslide risk can stay high for hours or days. Wait for official confirmation before returning. Be extremely cautious when you return. Check for structural damage before entering. Avoid floodwaters. They may contain sewage chemicals, other hazards. Keep listening to news for relief updates and local safety instructions. Your safety, and your families, is the most important thing. The stories of past cloudbursts are grim but powerful teachers. Take the case of Gilgit-Baltistan in Pakistan, a region of stunning beauty but also immense risk. Year after year, remote villages face the fury of cloudbursts. Hunza, Giza, homes washed away, farms washed away, bridges washed away. In summer 2022, a cloudburst near Gilgit triggered a massive flash flood that isolated the community for weeks. For people living in the shadow of these mountains, preparedness is not a choice but a necessity. We see similar stories across the border in India. The 2013 Kedarnath disaster in Uttarakhand was a national wake-up call. A cloudburst over the shrine caused a glacial lake to burst its banks. Torrents of water and debris swept through. The town of Kedarnath and surrounding areas were wiped out. Thousands of pilgrims and locals lost their lives. The tragedy exposed dangers of unplanned construction and over-tourism. Since then, there's been a push for better weather forecasting, stricter building rules, and improved disaster management. But these stories are also filled with hope and resilience. In Swat Valley, after the 2010 floods, communities partnered with NGOs to build resilient infrastructure. Early warning systems were set up, simple river gauges, communication networks to alert downstream villages, people trained in disaster response and evacuation drills. In Islamabad, after the 2021 urban flood, authorities have been improving drainage systems to handle intense rainfall. These actions show we can learn and take concrete steps. We can't stop cloudbursts, but we can reduce their impact. Awareness, education, preparation. Understand what a cloudburst is. Know the warning signs. Have a clear safety plan. Lessons from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit, Kedarnath, Islamabad. Respect nature's power and prepare for extremes. By working together and staying vigilant, we can build a safer future, turning fear into foresight, helplessness into hope.